fast route. If the money ain't talking, what you talking about? When the money come in, what I'm worried about? Make more the weed that piss my odor. Talk too fast, I tell a nigga hold up. Talk too fast, I tell the bitch slow up. Any car drive, V8 my motor. Take me to the plug, them peas all load up. I got some little niggas out here.
Stop! Well, yeah, we chose. Stop. That grandmother horse, wow. It's already clapped!
When I was in elementary school, I had a friend who lived right next door. We used to go to school together all the time. One day, I was standing in front of my friend's house waiting for her as usual, and I realized that she was kind of strange when she came out.
What do you mean?
She looked kind of bemused. When I looked more closely, she was breaking out in a cold sweat. Feeling something strange, I asked my friend what was going on, and she started telling me a story about her dream. She started to dream the same dream she had from long ago. A kind-looking old lady always comes out in her dreams, and she cooks meals for her and then she eats it all. My friend had a lot of conversations with her because she gave her such a good impression. The most amazing thing was when she woke up, she felt full, as if she had actually eaten, even though it was just a dream.
That's weird.
My friend lived alone with her maternal grandmother at the time, but...
Wow. What's the title of this? Where am I talking? Wow. I bet y'all $5. The real grandmother and that grandmother that's in her dreams are in cahoots. Has to be. Unless every time she has that dream with that grandmother and the grandmother is feeding her food and she wakes up hungry, the real grandmother is feeding her food somehow without waking her up. And she becomes full. That's weird. That's weird as fuck. I don't want to experience that because that would creep me out. That would really creep me out. Like I go to sleep on a semi-empty stomach, where I'm not hungry, but I could eat. Then I wake up that next morning full as hell. That's weird. Man.
But on another day when my friend was about to go to school, she repeatedly requested one thing from her with a scary face. Do not follow the stranger or anyone today, okay? Do not.
Okay.
My friend was confused for a moment, but reassured her grandmother, telling her not to worry, and then went to school. However, nothing happened all day. And that night, she fell asleep, and the old lady appeared in her dream as usual, and made her a meal. She was enjoying her meal, and all of a sudden, the old lady asked my friend to go somewhere with her. She held the old lady's hand and tried to follow her thoughtlessly. However, she then remembered what her grandmother said to her in the morning, so she let go of her hand and refused to go. Then she saw her face turn scary at that moment. The old lady suddenly grabbed the back of my friend's neck and began to drag her somewhere, and no matter how hard she tried to escape, she wouldn't budge at all. While she was trembling with fear, she then remembered the other thing that her grandmother had told her in the morning. If you're dragged by someone in your dreams, don't panic. Just slam your head against somewhere, like a wall.
What the hell? Did I missed it or I missed it in the beginning of the story? Because why would her real grandmother tell her stuff that's very specific to the dream that she's having? Is she telling her grandmother about the dream? Because if not, oh my God.
Wall or a pillar. Then you will wake up from your dream. Understand? My friend, who remembered the advice, saw a tree in front of her and tried to hit her head. But suddenly, the old lady laughed as she pulled my friend's head.
Wow.
Who taught you this? Oh, I see. Your grandmother did. So she failed to wake up and was being dragged away from her dream. And the old lady's cane suddenly caught her eye. At that moment, she bumped her head with all her strength on the stick and then finally woke up from her dream. I got goosebumps listening to my friend, since it was early in the morning. Anyway, my friend, who had been absent-minded all day, started skipping school the following day. I was worried about her, so I went to her house. But the door didn't open, and she didn't answer the phone. A month later, my friend called me, and she asked me to come over to her house. With curiosity, I ran to her house, and when I saw her again, she looked emaciated, and the atmosphere around her was quite different. Most of all, she kept laughing to herself like crazy. She dragged me into the house, took me to a room, and said this: "Hey, you see my granny? She's crazy." Then she began to giggle more, and I unconsciously turned my eyes to the room. Her grandmother, looking into the air continuously, was begging desperately in a small, tiny room without a beam of light. Her face seemed afraid of something, and she kept muttering the same words. "I didn't teach her. That was not me. Please, I'm sorry. I'm sorry." Later, I heard that her grandmother had passed away shortly after, and my friend has been hospitalized because of the shock. Come to think of it now, wasn't the food she always ate in her dreams a meal for her grandmother, who would die soon?
Okay, the real question, why was the other friend, like, why was her friend, the normal one, with her the whole time? Like, if I was her, and I know it's my friend acting weird in the beginning, I'm cutting ties. I'm cutting everything. I'm cutting you off. I'm not, nope, you got all that. There were so many red flags and sus flags in this story, and about the girl, like, the fact that the normal girl stayed around the whole time is beyond me, because I would have never stayed that long. Let one of my friends act on some weird shit, on some sus shit. I promise you, I'm cutting all ties. And I'm gonna act like I don't know you, and I'm keeping my distance. That's all I'm saying. Keep it cool, keep it classy, and I love you. Stay happy, my family.